You team participated in this last year. Anything changed, or do you have a better understanding going into it?
Yeah, I think we as a coaching staff, myself and Sergey and the development coaches, this is all a new. This last year was a first time for most of us, certainly myself and Sergey. And I think it's just 1 year into this, as far as the entire change throughout the organization. I think everybody's just a little more comfortable, a little more familiar with it. And I think the players, now we have some players that have been involved in this. So we're really looking at some of the guys who have been through this once to really kind of take a lead role and not necessarily be leaders, but take a lead role on and off the ice. The Blandizis, the Piettelas, the Kujawinskis, even some of the younger guys who played in the last year in Spears and White. So I think that's the biggest difference is that this isn't new to anybody except the players that were just drafted or just brought in.
How do you approach lineups?
Well, I think you want to see everybody, and you want to give everybody as much opportunity as possible. With that being said, we've put some lines together that on paper we think are pretty good, especially with some of the new draft picks. McLeod being one of them. Really excited to see him in this competition. But it's going to be one of those things that you may adjust on the go as a coach, or we may make decisions depending on how everybody feels from game 1 to game 2. But we want to make sure that everybody gets at least one game, and we certainly have some options. And the biggest thing I think is just really looking forward to seeing how these guys play their game and establish their game, and how they play with their line mates or D partners, and how they gel.
During development camp, a lot of the emphasis is on competition and winning. Is that something that carries over here? You want to win these 2 games, or is it more or less an evaluation process?
Oh, you want to win every game.
Yeah.
But I think the word compete has certainly been used enough within the last year, and that's, I think, the biggest message we've given to these kids is that we want to see you compete. We haven't put a lot of systems in place. It's pretty basic stuff, and we don't want them to overthink. We want them to go out and play their game. We want to see what type of players they are, and we want to see them, like I said, against on a level playing field. I mean, these guys are going to go into main camp a week from now against NHL veterans, guys that have established NHL players, and it's a different level. So this gives us an opportunity to evaluate them, and for us to show them what type of for them to show us what type of players they are against their peers, guys at the same level, same age, and really in the same situation, just in a different organization. I think that's the biggest thing you take away from this is it is competitive and it is intense. It's not an inter-squad scrimmage where they all know each other from development camp. So that's, I think, the biggest thing is we want to see guys compete and play at a high level.